everybody. This is Terry Doherty, and I'm with Ariel and Shya Kane, authors of How to Have a Match Made in Heaven, a Transformational Approach to Dating, Relating, and Marriage. Welcome to the studio, Ariel and Shya.
Thank you.
It's great energy this morning for our first day of BEA.
It is.
In thinking about relationships as I was preparing for the interview, I've always looked at relationships as a very personal experience. They ebb, they flow, they depend on the people involved. Are there some general things about relationships that inspired you to write your book?
We have a video subscription series on our website where people sign up for a year to receive a video each week of us working with individuals and couples. And we were actually watching one of the videos one week of a lovely lady from Germany, and she was talking about difficulties in her marriage. And as we spoke with her, you could see lights turn on in her face as she realized things she simply hadn't seen. And we looked at each other and said,
we got to write a book about this. This is the basis for a book.
It's just too important, because if people don't know those things, they trip up, and it's not their fault. They just didn't have the tools that they need to have a relationship that would really flourish.
Well, that sort of goes to my next question is, what would you say is the single most important thing in a relationship or a successful relationship?
Listening to one another, and there's another thing, being kind to yourself.
Can you expand on that for me?
Yes, because you'll treat anybody in relationship with you the way you treat yourself. And if you think you're flawed or broken or messed up, then anybody who's going to be attracted to you has got to be flawed or broken or messed up. And it's not a basis for a great relationship.
You know, in general, you would never speak to people here the way you might talk to yourself in your privacy of your thoughts. That tends to slip out to your mate. So as you discover how to be kind to yourself, it absolutely affects your relationship.
It's very interesting. Gives me, my mind is already wandering away thinking about some of the relationships in my own life. Now, who do you see? You know, you described a specific scenario from a video that said we need to write this book. Who do you see as reading your book?
Well, actually, anybody could read this book, whether you're dating or contemplating dating, whether you are in a relationship. Even if it's a great relationship, there's possibilities that most people haven't seen. Now, Ariel and I have been together for almost 31 years now.
Wonderful, congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, and we went from having a normal relationship where we bickered regularly to an extraordinary relationship, and it came about when I stopped working on myself, and by extension, I stopped working on Ariel. I had this epiphany about 27 years ago that I couldn't be any different than I was in the current moment, and so I could stop trying so hard. And when I stopped trying so hard, people who knew us for years when we were on this improvement jag, on this self-help thing, said, "What are you doing now?" Nothing. We just relaxed a little bit into being okay, being ourselves.
So it really is a very broad base. We have videos, we have URLs to the videos in the book, and we follow more than 20 people. So we have some who are very young, just starting out, people who are not in a relationship yet, and we have really well-seasoned relationships, people who've been together for more than 30 years. And we find that the basis for how to relate well and have a match made in heaven follows through in all those different stages of relationship. And that's why we made it so broad, because we figured, take care of everybody.
That's fabulous. I like how you describe that transformational piece. That really is...
Well, transformation is so different than change. Most of us, see, in the dictionary, if you look it up in the dictionary, it says transformation is a synonym for change.
Right.
But the way we use the word transformation is a radical shifting in an instant, not over time, where just awareness, seeing something without judging what you see, but seeing the way you're relating is enough for you to never relate that way again.
And you actually see it over and over again in the book.
And you see it in these videos, which are part of the book. So people who read the book can go up online and watch the video that the chapter's written on.
That's fabulous. I want to pull out that video piece a little bit. You talked about videos, you do seminars, you have a show on Blog Talk Radio. How do you balance all of that and still keep everything just sort of going smoothly?
Well, you see, the essence of what we do is about being in the current moment of your life, being present in your life, not in your future, not in the past, but being where you are. And you can only do one thing at a time to do it well.
True.
And if you are here when you're doing it, it's not a stress.
And that's why our radio show is called Being Here. It's all about being here. So we follow lots of different themes and lots of different themes in our seminar, but it's really about the skill set of being where you are regardless of the circumstances.
I definitely need to tune in a little more. I'm so glad you guys were able to join us. Thank you very much.
Thank you for
Thank
having
you
us.
for having
really.
us.
Wonderful. I've got plenty to think about this afternoon.
Yes.
Thank you very much.